Hello everyone, welcome to Sentinels of the Multiverse! Let's go and get started with a new game. So, Sentinels of the Multiverse, it is essentially a tabletop card game, co-op. Right now we only have just the base level stuff. I haven't unlocked any variants, and I have not purchased any expansion packs. So it's just the base game as it is. So there are villains. In this case, there are 4. They have difficulty ratings, so 1, 3, 3, and 1. We're going to go ahead and play with Baron Blade, because this is the easiest one to understand. It's also the one that's used for the tutorial. So, they all have specific things about them, so setup, gameplay, and advance. In particular, they can flip. So, for example, when Baron Blade would be destroyed, his villain character card flips to the Vengeful Mad Scientist side instead. So, each villain has a different flip point. And when you flip it over, here's the other half, and it changes the gameplay completely. So, we're going to go ahead and go with Baron Blade here. So, we'll jump in with Baron Blade. Now, there's also a hero component. We'll get to what the specifics a little more in the future. There's a complete hero component as well. As you see, there's plenty of heroes to choose from. We're going to grab Tempest, and then Ra, followed by Wraith, Fanatic, and then Legacy. So you have 3 to 5 heroes. We're going to choose all 5. 5 does not make the game easier, mind you. As the game goes on, and then setup as well, there are little things in here that are affected by the number of players in the game. So, for example, the top hero -2 cards of the villain deck are discarded. Pretty straightforward there. And this one is, so Baron Blade deals the hero target with the highest HP, the number of heroes there are in energy damage. We're also going to go ahead and play in advanced mode, which unlocks the special little advanced thing in the bottom, which makes it unbalanced. The game is balanced with advanced off. The game is harder when you turn advanced mode on. So we're going to play advanced mode. So these are the heroes we're choosing. And then environments, there are 4 environments to choose from. We'll just go ahead and do Insula Primalis, because why not? Double-clicking on them only shows you the card a little bit more. It doesn't actually tell you anything else about it. So this is our general setup for those of you that are familiar with Sentinels. If you're not familiar, don't worry. It's really easy to understand and get a hold of. I'll explain it as we go. Tremble, fools! The moon grows closer with your every breath. You fight the strength of the storm. Face the maelstrom. Okay. So when we click Start Game, then the villain will go ahead and act first. The turn order is villain, and then the heroes, and then the environment gets to play, and then it goes back to the villain. So we're going to be in the setup phase here. So at the start of the game, Baron Blade enters to play Terra Lunar Impulsion Beam Inventor side up, which is this side. 1 mobile defense platform is put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. It'll immediately then move to gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 15 or more cards in the villain trash, Baron Blade's Terra Lunar Impulsion Beam activates, pulling the moon into the earth. Game over. So we lose if there's 15 cards in his trash. When Baron Blade would be destroyed, we flip him over, and then advanced. At the end of the villain turn, the top 3 cards of the villain deck are discarded. So at most, we have 5 turns to deal 40 damage to him directly, is what we're dealing with here. So let's go ahead and start. So mobile defense platform comes out, makes him immune to damage, gives him an extra 10 HP effectively. And then slash and burn, so it's a one-shot, so he plays immediately. So he's doing a lot of damage. So lowest HP takes 5 damage. Highest HP takes 7 damage. So lowest HP, we'll go ahead and say that's the Wraith. And then highest HP is Legacy right now. He starts with the most HP. 3 cards go away. He's already got 4 in his discard. We're running out of time. Okay, so we've got various cards to play. So the way it's played, you play from your hand, and then you play on the board, you draw, and then your turn's over. So, we have Chain Lightning. Does what you think it would do. 4, 3, 2. 3 different targets. And then we have Genebound Shackles, which are pretty awesome. Grievous Hailstorm, not going to be very useful right now. And then Lightning Slash, 5 damage straight up. So we're going to do Lightning Slash to start with. To the Mobile Defense Platform to do 5 damage. So we've already got the Mobile Defense Platform down to half. And then up here on the board, these are where your powers are. So in this case, Tempest has the power, Squall. Deal all non-hero targets 1 projectile damage. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, it doesn't matter what order we do it in, so we'll just do choose for me. He can't take damage because the Mobile Defense Platform exists. And the Mobile Defense Platform has 4 HP left. And we've Into the Stratosphere. If only we had started with that. Ugh, if only we had started with that. That's okay. So next, we go to the next hero, and turn continues as expected. Nice that we start with Fire Blast as well as the Lightning Strike. That's really nice. Let's see, I would do 2 damage, and then I could do another 2. Yeah, I mean, or I could do Imbued Fire, which is nice. Might be preferred, actually. You know what? Let's go Imbued Fire. So what Imbued Fire does, it increases all fire damage by 1, and all damage that we deal, every single hero, is fire damage. So it's ongoing, so it stays on the board. And then with the power, we could select to destroy this card if we choose to. So ongoing means it stays every single turn. Limited means you can only have 1 of those cards in play at a time. So then we go to Raw. So he uses Pyre. He's going to, of course, use it on the Mobile Defense Platform. It does 3 damage. So we'll do 2 because of Raw, and Imbued Fire gives it 1 more. So there you go. Ooh, the Staff of Raw. Very powerful. Now we go to Wraith, who has nothing great. That's actually really bad. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and Mega Computer. So what Mega Computer does is it reduces the damage dealt by environment cards by 1. Now, this is equipment. You'll notice that it's not limited, so we can have as many of these out as we want. We also have the Infrared Eyepiece, which reveals the top 2 cards of the villain deck, put 1 on the top of the deck and 1 on the bottom, and then we draw. And then a Throat Jab, which does 2 damage, and then next turn, whoever you hit cannot do damage. So Wraith has her special ability, decrease damage that can be dealt to Wraith by 2 next turn. This does stack, so if she goes multiple turns without getting hit, it just stacks every time you use it. 2, 4, 6, 8. It becomes this huge bonus. Again, I wish we started with throwing knives. That would have been nice. Alright. Interesting. So Absolution is a relic which applies almost exclusively to the Fanatics cards. Equipment and limited. It's useful. May not want to use it right now. Then we have Brutal Censure. We'll probably end up using that. We have 2 of those. And then Divine Focus. At the start of every turn, you may discard a card. If you do, Fanatic deals the villain target with the highest HP 2 radiant damage. At the start of your turn, Fanatic may deal herself 4 fire damage. If she takes no damage in this way, this card is destroyed. So, a double-edged sword, to be sure. We're going to go Brutal Censure. And we're going to go ahead and use that against the Mobile Defense Platform. You see that'll do 3. It only has 1 HP left. So that's going to be a quick kill for us. And then Fanatic gets to just have a ball. So there's Emboldened, so that's the card that you draw from Brutal Censure. And then the 1-shot goes away. We go to the board. And Fanatic has a fantastic one that combos really well with Legacy and with Raw. Deal 1 target, 1 melee damage, and 1 radiant damage. And these are separate attacks. So, you can see this does 2 damage. We're going to go hit Baron Blade. There's nothing left to hit, so hit Baron Blade. So it does 2 damage with Imbued Fire. And then the second attack hits, which also does 2 damage. So it basically doubled her attack power, that Imbued Fire. Really useful. Final dive. Interesting. All right. Okay, and then Legacy. I think I know what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and show the cards. So, bolster allies, so everyone draws a card. Heroic Interception. When this card enters play, Legacy deals himself 3 melee damage. Hero targets other than Legacy are immune to damage. At the start of your turn, destroy this card. Inspiring Presence. When this card enters play, each hero target regains 1 HP. Increase damage dealt by hero targets by 1. So everyone does +1 damage and gets 1 more HP if they're hurt. And then Motivational Charge. Legacy deals 1 target 2 melee damage, and then each hero regains 1 HP. Very powerful card. But we're actually going to play Inspiring Presence, so everyone gets a damage boost of 1, and they all heal 1 if they need to. So in this case, Wraith and Legacy will both heal 1. And then we go into the power stage. Now, Inspiring Presence is ongoing. It's not a power. You can see that by a little P here, whether or not they have a power. So what Legacy will do is use his power. So until the start of Legacy's next turn, increase all damage dealt by heroes by 1. So what Legacy just did is increase everybody's damage for the heroes by 2. And Takedown, that's fun. That's a good one. So now the environment plays. Obsidian Field. Increase all damage dealt by 1. At the end of their turn, one player may discard 2 cards to destroy this card. That sounds like fun. We're not going to discard that. Not for a while. So now Baron plays Backlash Field. That's nasty. So every time we hit him, he deals 3 damage to us. It's rough, but we can deal with it. Alright. Unfortunately, we don't have any means to get rid of the ongoing effect right now, so we're going to have to take damage, because we have to take him out. So we can't do Into the Stratosphere. We shouldn't, anyways. We can play Grievous Hailstorm and just have it ready to go if we wish. However, I think I would like to do Gene-Bound Shackles here. It increases our damage against the highest HP target by 2. So, Squall, Imbued Fire gives it +1, and then Galvanize is +1, Inspiring Presence +1, Obsidian Field +1, and then Gene-Bound Shackles +2. So, an attack that would normally do 1 damage just hit for 7. Very powerful. Next, we go to Raw. Nope, we're not going to get rid of it. So, Raw, remember I said earlier the Fire Blast is pretty cool. Deals 1 target, 5 fire damage. So we're going to actually go ahead and use that right now to do 9 damage to Baron Blade. At a +4. So again, Galvanize, Imbued Fire, Inspiring Presence, Obsidian Field, 9 damage. And then we take 4. But that's okay. We can live with taking a little bit of damage. And then we have another choice. So, let's go and attack again with Pyre. And now do another 6 damage. However, the Backlash Field, I believe, only triggers on the first attack. And that is indeed the case. Backlash Field does not trigger on the second attack. Nope, no discards. Okay, so Throat Jab will be nice. However, we want to wait for Baron Blade to flip. So what we're going to do is go ahead and go with Mega Computer again. So decreases environment damage by 2 now for everybody on the hero side. And then just increase your defense again by 2. Wraith really beefing up here. Nice. Smoke bombs. That could be very useful later. We'll have to see. Nope, don't discard. We're good. Fanatic. So, with Fanatic... Absolution is really powerful, but we're going to wait and go ahead and Brutal Censure once again. to do 6 damage to face. And then Fnatic should deliver the finishing blow to flip Baron Blade over immediately. Yep. She'll have... Well, I think she'll have enough. So Backlash Field reacts. But you can take the damage. You're fine. Nice. We took Undaunted. Alright, so we're going to have to probably play that next turn. We'll see. And then Fnatic. Go and attack. Now remember, each attack receives all of the bonuses. So we're going to do like 10 damage. Yeah. 5 on the first hit. Because of Imbued Fire. Galvanize. There's the Imbued Fire bonus. Inspiring Presence. Obsidian Field. And then the second attack. Which again goes through all the exact same modifiers. So now we've already flipped Baron Blade over to his other side. That fast. So he has 30 health. And we have Final Dive once again. Interesting. Alright. No, don't worry about it. Okay. So Baron Blade. So this side. This is going to be the remainder of the episode. When flipped to the side, Baron Blade's maximum HP is 30. Baron Blade is restored to 30 HP. The villain trash is placed on top of the villain deck. All 3 copies of Mobile Defense Platform are moved to the villain trash. The villain deck is shuffled. At the end of the villain turn, Baron Blade deals the hero target with the highest HP 5 damage. And then he reduces all damage we deal to him by 1. So we have to do at least 2 damage to even scratch him. Which, as you can see, won't be much of an issue with this team setup. It's a very powerful team setup. Takedown is fun. However, I believe we're just going to go ahead with motivational charge here. Actually, hang on. We're going to bolster allies, because I want to use Legacy's Galvanize again. So we're going to bolster, so everyone gets a card. We'll just do choose for me, so everyone draws. Otherworld Resilience is good. It's good to have that option. Inferno, okay. I'm looking for some very specific cards right now, and I'm not seeing them. Yeah, Micro-Targeting Computer. Again, these are all good cards to draw, but they're not the cards I want. I want to have something to get rid of the Backlash Field. We have plenty of options for that. And we got another Bolster Allies. Fantastic. Alright. Let's go ahead and Galvanize. Just like that, it is now the environment's turn. Motivational Charge. Very good. Certainly useful to use it to heal. Do we want to get rid of Obsidian Field? I'm going to say no. What are you going to do? Velociraptor Pack attacks the lowest HP target, which is going to be Wraith, actually. Actually, hang on. No, that's going to be Tempest, because the Mega Computer will do plenty here. But as you can see, it's stacking us. So Wraith Stealth is a -4. But we're actually going to go ahead and use on Tempest here because we have 2 Mega Computers, which will decrease the damage significantly. So it does naturally 2. Obsidian Field gives it a +1, but 2 Mega Computers reduces it down to 1 damage. And you can do 0. Slash and Burn. Oh boy, he gets to use that again. So 6 damage to Tempest, and then Raw or Fnatic. That's kind of unfortunate. Go for Fnatic. Go ahead and slash and burn Fnatic. That hurts. Imbued Fire really helping him out there. And then he does 6 damage to Raw. Alright. So, in this case, let's go ahead and Chain Lightning. So with Chain Lightning, we'll do 9 straight to Baron Blade, which is going to do, like, crazy good damage. He only has 30 health. So 8, 9, 10, and then 9, because he reduces damage by 1. And then we take 3 damage, or 4 damage in return, which hurts, but so be it. And then we will nuke the Velociraptor Pack for 7, which will completely remove the Velociraptor Pack, so we don't have to worry about taking damage anymore. And then we will do no more damage. And then Tempest, go ahead and strike Baron Blade for huge damage. Because we can. 4 damage? No, 6 damage. 6 total damage. So now he's down to 15 health. Just like that. Shielding Winds, pretty good. No, don't bother to discard. We should have him killed this turn. Staff of Ra is really powerful. What it does is when it comes into play, Ra gets 3 HP. He does 1 more damage. And then we can destroy the Ra to do bonus damage. Or the staff to do bonus damage. But we're just going to go ahead and do straight up regular damage. So Ra is going to do a ton of damage. 6 damage. No, it's Staff of Ra bonus plus 1. So smack him down. Go up to 7. And then come back down to 6. So he's down to 9 health. He swings back for 4 with the Backlash Field. There are lots of cards that will get rid of ongoing effects like the Backlash Field. Unfortunately, we haven't drawn many of those, but that's okay. Don't bother to discard. We're good. Alright, so the Wraith goes next. So we're going to go ahead and Throat Jab here. So Throat Jab will do 5 damage straight to Baron Blade, which means he can't hurt us with that 5 damage next turn. Should he get to attack, he can't hurt us. Now, he won't get to attack. He's toast. So he cannot deal damage. Backlash Field reacts, which is canceled by Throat Jab. Quite handy, really. Wraith uses Stealth. So now it's got a 9/6. And then we should win with the next move here. Really easy. And that is Sentinels of the Multiverse, guys. That is essentially how a standard game plays out. Everything worked really well in this whole setup. I mean, it wasn't too hard. But this guy's a difficulty 1, which really does make the difference. So, what Absolution did there, so healed for 1, and then we can do 3 damage with Absolution, or we can use all the bonuses we have to go ahead and use Fanatic's attack, which will end up doing more damage overall. But it does exactly 4, which means Baron Blade is toast. So there you go, guys. That is a quick run-through against Baron Blade. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, if you liked the video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Share with your friends. Best thing to do for the channel is always thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. DFTBA.